South Dakota State House is delaying the impeachment of Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg. Today, the House State Affairs Committee voted to put an indefinite hold on the impeachment efforts, saying that they would prefer to wait until Ravnsborg has his day in court.
You'll recall lawmakers moved forward with impeachment after Ravnsborg was charged in connection to the September crash where he struck and killed Joe Beaver. Austin Gosch was at that committee hearing this morning and walks us through what it means now for Ravnsborg's future.
South Dakota House Speaker Spencer Gosch unanimously passed his amendment to impeachment, which would make it so that impeachment could not happen before Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg's criminal trial. Many members of House leadership argued that Judge John Brown's ruling affected their ability to move forward.
The biggest factor is going to be the judge's court order in requesting that members of state government stop releasing information. And as you know, most of our proceedings, or all of our proceedings, are done in a public nature.
In his ruling, Judge Brown of the Sixth Circuit requests that members of state government stop producing any more evidence prior to the criminal trial.
This is highly unusual.
USD political science professor Michael Card questions the merit of the legislature stopping an impeachment trial because of a court ruling, arguing that impeachment is a political issue, not a legal one.
I can sort of see how Judge Brown would argue and see the evidence presented to him that this may make it very difficult for Attorney General Ravnsborg to actually get a fair trial. But the legislature clearly has the authority to conduct an impeachment.
Regardless, Card argues that the release of over 3 hours of Ravnsborg's testimony ultimately led to the halt in the impeachment process for now.
It's interesting that the governor and the Department of Public Safety released the video transcripts. You know, it's hard to imagine with video evidence such as this in the defendant's own words wouldn't influence both the trial and influence the offering of impeachment.
The resolution still has to pass on the House floor. However, given the fact that it passed unanimously in committee and had the support of both of the co-sponsors, it is likely that it will pass. In Pierre, Austin Gosch, Dakota News Now.
So the big question tonight, what happens next? Ravnsborg's trial date has not yet been set. In fact, he has yet to even make a first court appearance. So with the new amendment, it would likely be months at the earliest before he could face impeachment. By then, the legislative session would long be over, meaning lawmakers would need to reconvene for a special session. That requires 2/3 approval by both chambers. In the meantime, Ravnsborg will continue his duties as Attorney General, though he previously agreed to stop overseeing officer-involved shooting investigations at the request of law enforcement officials. Moments before that vote, lawmakers heard emotional testimony from Joseph Beaver's cousin, Nick Nemec.
Nemec criticized Ravnsborg's questions about Beaver's toxicology report during his interview with investigators. He also asked what would happen to Beaver if the roles had been reversed. But mostly he questioned how Ravnsborg did not see Beaver with a flashlight on the side of the road.
Even on the darkest night, the highway for 1/10 of a mile is lit up bright enough that you can see a mouse run across the road. I've spent a lot of sleepless nights driving that section of highway, trying to wrap my head around what happened to my cousin.
Nemec concluded his statement criticizing the current amendment, saying he reached out to lawmakers but did not receive a response.